Hello, my first name is Charlie. Last name is Nitty. This is 9 through 12 algebra readiness lesson. It's basically algebra, pre-algebra. It's on combining like terms. The Common Core standard is grade 7, equations, expressions. Okay, class, so today we're going to talk about combining like terms. I know. Super exciting stuff. Let me lay a few scenarios out with you to see if I can make a relation with you into this with real life. Okay? So let's say you're sitting at home after school. You had a good day at school, and your parents come home. They walk in your bedroom and they start screaming and yelling at you because your room is a mess. And they're like, "Come here and look at how messy this is." And they're telling you, they're like, "Look, you're not going anywhere till you clean that up." So you're like, "Okay." So you get in the room and you're like, "Yeah, it is kind of messy." So you notice you got socks over here, you got shirts over there, you got your shoes over there, you got your pants thrown over there. And what are you going to do? You going to take it all, put it into a big pile, and then shove it in the closet? No, you're not that kind of student, are you? No, you're going to organize this. You're going to put your socks in a drawer. You're going to put your shirts in a drawer. You're going to put your pants and your shoes in the closet, nice and organized. What happens when you do that? You know how much of everything that you have. You know how many shirts you have, how many socks you have, how many shoes, how many pairs of pants, how many shirts. You know all that. Okay, by organizing it that way. That's what combining like terms is. It's getting the items organized in a fashion so you then know how many of each type you actually have. Okay, let me give you another scenario. I got some stuff in the room. 2 meter sticks. I got two staplers. I got a scissors. I got a remote control, and I got a calculator. If I ask you, what do I have? Somebody's going to say 7. You got 7 items. And they're not wrong. You count it up, it adds up to 7. But 7 doesn't tell me exactly what I have. Maybe I'm going to do a project with my students and I'm going to need staplers. If I don't know how many staplers I currently have, how can I figure out how many staplers more I need to add to what I have already? Okay. Again, combining like terms organizes material things, organizes data, organizes numbers, organizes things together so you know exactly how much of things that you have. That's how it's related in real life. I got another example for you, but this one goes back a while. Back when I was in college, I worked for a pizza shop. Okay. I worked for a pizza shop. So the first thing you learn when you're working at a pizza shop, okay, is S stands for sausage, P stands for pepperoni, CH is cheese, okay, and O is for olive. Okay, now I know I could probably go on and list a whole bunch of other ones, but that's probably enough for what we have to do here to show this. All right, so let me back up a bit. Okay, as I said, I was back in the 80s when I worked in this pizza shop. There was no computer, so you couldn't order on the computer. You couldn't text anything in. You had to get on a phone, you dialed the number, and you talked to a person on the other end. And they had this little piece of paper, it was about yay big, and it was called a guest check. And they would write it down. They'd write down what you ordered. So maybe you called in one day and you said, "Yeah, you know what? I want to get 2 pepperoni pizzas." Okay, so you would then abbreviate pepperoni with a P. So that's 2P. You give that to the cook. The cook knows exactly what kind of pizza to make. Maybe somebody else called in and they wanted 3 sausage pizzas. Okay, maybe somebody called in and they wanted 4 cheese pizzas. Okay, and then somebody else called in, they wanted 2 olive pizzas and maybe 4 sausage pepperoni pizzas and maybe 2 sausage pizzas and maybe 3 more pepperoni pizzas. So we'll kind of stop the list at there. So you've got a whole bunch of different items here, pizzas. And at the end of the night, the manager of the pizza store wants to get his orders organized. So this person then knows what they sold and how many of what they sold. That's important, right? Why do you think it would be important to know, for example, how many sausage or how many sausage pepperoni pizzas or cheese pizzas were sold in the night? Why do you think that would be important? Okay, well, one of the reasons why it might be important also might be because maybe the most popular pizza, you might want to start running a special on that so you can get more of them sold because you're selling more. Or maybe one that's not selling as much, maybe you're going to run a special on that. Maybe you're going to do half off on that so you can push more of those out the door. So there's lots of reasons, again, combining like terms, not just in math, but it's also in the real world. We're using it all the time. Okay, so I start out here with my pepperonis. I'm going to start out, I have 2 pepperonis here, and I have 3 pepperonis there. So all together, how many pepperonis do I have? I have 5 pepperonis right there, 5 of them. Okay, I have, let's see, let me change up the color here. I have 3 sausages right here, and I have 2 sausages right there. Okay, that means I have 5 sausage pizzas that were made. Okay, I have, oh, let's see, what do I have here? I have this one right here. Let me change this color up again. Okay, I have 4 sausage pepperoni pizzas. Now, that's a different kind of pizza, isn't it? How many items are on that? That's right, there's 2 items on that. There's sausage and there's pepperoni. So that's not like this, because this is just one item, and that's just one item. So that just stays. I don't have anything else to put that with, to combine that with. So that's all I have right there. Okay. I also have 4 cheeses right here. Okay. And that's not like any of these. And I have 2 of these olive pizzas on the end here. Okay. Basically, what I have is an expression right here when I combine like terms in math. And I used it with pizza. Okay. So that's what we've got right there. All right. Now that we're taking care of that, does anybody have any questions? Okay, let's take a look at a problem we've got right here. Okay, the first one I have for you looks like this. It's 3x plus 4 plus 5x. Okay, now before we get in and do this, let's talk real quick. We did some scenarios, real life scenarios. We did one where you were at home, your room was a mess, you organized everything. I showed you items I had in the classroom. We looked at some pizza ordering and how we can organize that together. Now we're getting a little bit more abstract. Now we're actually into actual problems out of an algebra book that you have to be able to do. So you think about it the exact same way. The X, the Y's, the Z's, the different variables you see, they're just like different ingredients here, the sausage, pepperoni. Treat it the exact same way. And you know the difference between what a sausage pizza tastes like and what a pepperoni pizza tastes like and what a cheese pizza tastes like, right? You guys all know the differences between those, right? Which one is your favorite? How about you? Which one's your favorite? That's right. Okay. Everybody's got a different favorite pizza, but we all know the difference in those pizzas. So let's not forget that when we work on these. Okay. So when I'm looking at this right here, I see 3 X's right here and I see 5 X's right here. Those are going to come together and I'm going to find out how many X's I have. And guess what, class? I have 8 of those X's. And then I've got this plus 4. What should I do with that? Well, doesn't have an X with it. It doesn't have an X. It doesn't have an X with it, so I can't put it with either of the other ones. So it just stays like that. Just like the 5 pepperoni, the 5 sausage, and the 4 sausage pepperoni. There was nothing else like this one, so I just left it because it can't be combined together because it's not the same kind. Okay? Does that make sense? That is how you combine like terms right there. That's how it's done. Okay? Let me give you another one. It's a little bit harder. Okay, here it is, number 2. I have 6xy plus 4x minus 3xy plus 2x. Let me make that a better looking 2 there. There we go. Okay, all right. So here we go again. I've got 2 letters, just like I had 2 letters right here, sausage, pepperoni, right? Okay, that can only be combined with the other one that I have 2 of, if I have it, and I do. I have 6 xy's and I have 3 xy's that I'm going to take away. So I got to find out how many xy's I have. I have 3x, make that a better looking 3 there. I have 3 xy's there. Okay, all right. Then over here, I've got 4x and I've got 2x, and I got to find out how many x's I have. Altogether, I have 6 x's, and there it is. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to do some problems now for your assignment. We're going to get you started on it. I'm going to be walking around the room, checking in, seeing how you're doing. Okay, all right, thank you.